Most of us don't learn what our pelvic floor actually is until something goes wrong. Or maybe you've been diagnosed with a prolapse, maybe you're leaking when you laugh, maybe someone simply told you to do Kegels. But here's the strange thing. We spend our entire lives using our pelvic floor, yet most of us never taught what it actually is and how it works. So today, let's change that. And I'm going to share my screen with you. It's not going to be death by PowerPoint, I promise. When I was diagnosed with a prolapse and a levator avulsion, I remember desperately Googling what this is, because even when they explained it to me, I kind of was in a haze of why are you telling me all of this? I found imagery that frightened me. And that's why I put together this video. It's taken a lot of time to get through the fear and the scary stuff and just simplify things. So what actually is the pelvic floor? One of the biggest misconceptions is that the pelvic floor is only something to do with women. And it isn't. Men have one too. And the biggest difference is simply what's sitting on top of it. Women have the bladder, the uterus, and the bowel, as you can see on the right. The men have the bladder, the prostate, and the bowel. Both look very similar, and you can see the pelvic floor, that red image underneath. Now, your pelvic floor is a group of muscles that sit at the base of your pelvis. And think of it like a supportive hammock or a trampoline. And sitting above them are your organs. So, your bladder, your uterus if you're a female, and your bowel. One of the pelvic floor's jobs is to help support these organs while still allowing them to do what they're designed to do. When most people hear pelvic floor, they immediately think about stopping themselves from weeing. Yes, it helps with the bladder and the bowel, but that's only one part of the story. Your pelvic floor also supports your organs. It contributes to sexual function. It responds to movement, helps manage pressure inside your body, and works as part of your core. It is part of a team. Look at this. So exciting. It works together with your diaphragm when you breathe. So when you breathe in, your diaphragm drops, your pelvic floor drops down, moving with it. As you breathe out, they both lift. Your deep abdominal muscles are part of this too. Your back muscles, your glutes, and even your inner thighs. You can see how much muscle is happening in that pelvic bowl and all of the links connected to your other body parts, your other muscles. Every player has a role. So if one player isn't working as efficiently, someone else often tries to pick up the slack. And that's one of the reasons pelvic floor symptoms aren't always just about the pelvic floor. So why does this matter? Because your body is connected, sometimes people notice hip tightness, lower back discomfort, glutes that don't seem to switch on, constipation maybe, leaking, feelings of heaviness. But does that automatically mean your pelvic floor is causing all of those things? No, but it does remind us that we need to look at the whole body and not just one muscle. And your pelvic floor is always working, whether you remember to do your Kegels or not. It's responding automatically every day. Every time you breathe, every time you laugh, every time you cough, every time you sneeze, every time you have a poo, every time you lift your shopping or pick up your children or get thumped in the stomach by your son. Or run or jump, your pelvic floor is doing its job. So if there is one thing I'd love you to take away from this video is this: your pelvic floor isn't just a muscle you squeeze. It's part of an incredible team that's working for you every single day. And the more you understand how your body works, the easier it becomes to stop fearing every single symptom and start trusting your body again. In the next episode, we're going to answer one of the biggest questions I hear. What actually is a prolapse? And are my organs really falling out? I'll see you then.